welcome if you haven't been here before. My name is Claire and I was recently diagnosed with ADHD, and I also am in my final few weeks of psychology and linguistics degree at the University of Edinburgh. I have been so unwell and I just really need to reset because I've spent the past week in bed. I still feel dreadful, but like obviously a lot better, the fact that I can be out the house. And I have an exam in like 3 weeks. It's my last ever exam, which is just so surreal. But I haven't done an exam since first year. It's been years since I've sat an exam because things haven't been ideal in terms of me being ill and well. I have had to do a bit of a reset. So with my ADHD brain, I struggle to get into the groove. I struggle to motivate myself. Not enough dopamine in a lot of these tasks, and I'm finding it really hard to get moving. So yeah, I'm just trying to do like a reset to try and get my brain in the game. I work best out of the house. I don't work very well. I sometimes work well in the house, but not often. So I have just pulled up to the gym where there is a coffee shop. And so the plan is to work in the coffee shop with a coffee just to, you know, get some caffeine. And then I am going to do some work there, tick some things off the to-do list, and then I'm going to see how I feel. If I feel like I'm up to a gentle workout just to get my body moving again for the first time in ages other than dog walks, I will do that. But I am going to listen to my body because I'm definitely not feeling 100%. I will definitely have a little sauna, go in the steam room and just, you know, feel fresh again, because part of me getting into my exams is like helping myself feel better, because if my body feels nice and refreshed, hopefully my brain will feel kind of similar. Again, got some things ticked off the to-do list, not as much as I wanted, and I didn't start my revision even though I really wanted to, but just like I mean, it's an ADHD thing, but I'm sure other people can relate to it as well. Sometimes no matter how hard you try, and even if you do all the right things, you just can't get things done. Like I tried my best, and I can put my name on today and say that I've tried the best for how I'm feeling, so I'm quite pleased with that. You'll notice on my to-do list I said that I wanted to tick some things off other to-do lists. Now the reason this is an exam revision reset is because sometimes if I have so much to do, I will feel a bit overwhelmed and I won't be able to do what I need to do, or I'll procrastinate and do it anyway and ignore the main thing that I need to do. So I thought if I tick some other things off my other to-do list, I'll be less likely to swerve away from the exam stuff. So I guess it's tying up loose ends that's the next part of my reset. Something that I really have to do, like really have to do, and it's embarrassing how long it's been since I've done it, is wash my car. Like, it's at the point where it's disgusting. I drive a little cute mint green Fiat 500 and it's the cutest car in the world, and yet it is disgusting. So I'm going to try and find a car wash somewhere. And oh my goodness, while I was in there, I did go for a sauna and a steam room. I also had a gentle swim because I was really craving movement, but I'm just not well enough to go to the gym. I felt it and I was starting to feel like really anxious and stuff, so I decided to do something gentle with my body and still get some movement in there. I have just filled up the tank with petrol in my car, and now I'm waiting in the queue at the car wash. Some lad like in a van was raging at me because I didn't realise there was a queue. He was so far away from the car wash that it didn't look like he was waiting. So, you know, I just like swooped in front of him because there was enough space for like 2 cars, and he was like peeping at me and raging. I was like, I didn't mean it, like just go closer, make it obvious you're in the queue. I've also never used this before, and I'm like, oh, I know like the instructions are supposed to be obvious, but sometimes for me things just aren't obvious that are obvious to other people. I just pulled over to tell you this story. Like Of course, I managed to get it wrong somehow, and all these people behind me, there was a big queue, and everybody had to come and help me because I couldn't figure out what the things meant, and it wouldn't start. And then of course I sat there with a red face the whole time as I was in the car wash because I kept these people waiting for so long as it is. And then and of course I got the platinum package, which took forever, and the queue just kept getting bigger and bigger, and all these people had to keep coming out of their cars to help me to get in the first place. And yeah, I knew it. I did want to put air in my tyres. That was the other thing on my to-do list. A lot of them are car based. I did not take good care of my car. However, I did not because there was a queue, and honestly I just needed out of that like petrol station slash garage. I just needed out, like I'm mortified. I've had enough. You can't win them all. I've done 2 out of 3 that I wanted to do for my car, so you know, I'm taking it as a win. So it's a few days later and I ended up unwell again. I'm not very good at this recovery thing, am I? I'm honestly just so run down from trying to get my dissertation in and all my other essays and stuff. And that was kind of the purpose of resetting before doing the exam revision and prep, because I feel like I just needed a little bit of space before doing that because I wasn't in the headspace. So, you know, I got unwell and I took, like almost 2 weeks of rest. And I just feel like it's really time to get back into it. So I'm on my way to waxing appointment. Now that's not directly related, but it is indirectly related because it's similar to the other day where I kind of need to feel refreshed, and that's one way to do it, feeling refreshed. Some other things that I want to get done today, and then hopefully tomorrow, if I get everything done today, tomorrow I will start the actual revision. Imagine that, actually revising. Never mind my freshly waxed red swollen face. If you're looking at it, mind your business. This is such a disjointed video. I fully expected to get everything done in one day. Like I wanted a 1-day reset before I start revising for my exams and to go straight into it. But that's just not how health works sometimes, and I'm trying to be okay with that, but it's easier said than done, right? It seems to be this theme where I can do like one thing in a day and then that's it. I wanted to clean and tidy my desk. That was going to be the next thing to reset for my exam, so I could sit at it and it could feel nice and fresh, because I study better when it's a nice clean space. However, it didn't happen and I can't put off my revision any longer. I think I just need to accept that I'm not going to be able to completely reset before I start my revision. Hopefully I will get my desk tidied though, but I think today needs to be getting out of the house and starting to revise. You may be wondering how I ended up in here after this morning talking about all these plants. So, story time. I went to uni. As soon as I stepped into the little study space that I was planning on studying in, I went into study mode. I felt great. But I tried to sign on to the computers and it wouldn't let me sign on. So I tried another computer. It didn't let me sign on. So clearly there was an issue with the computers, but other people were on the computers. Now I almost took my laptop, but I decided not to at the last minute because I didn't want to carry my laptop around if I didn't need it, if I wasn't going to use it. So I ended up having to come home. As I said, I've only been able to do one thing, and today that was taken up by walking to uni and walking back for absolutely no reason. When I got home, I just ended up lying on the hallway floor, crying and crying and crying. Tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's the day.